Hey, are you thinking about relocating to the Madison, Wisconsin area, or you've actually been considering your first purchase here in Madison, and you have a lot of people saying, oh, that's great. Are you going to be living on the east side or the west side? Well, this is a great question, and I'm here to help you answer it. Now, before you answer this question, I want to give you a little insight from someone who relocated to Madison over 20 years ago. My name is Mark Ladue. I'm a broker associate with Lauer Realty Group, and I help hundreds of people in the Madison, Wisconsin area buy and sell real estate. And so today, I want to help you consider what are the top 5 reasons you'd want to live on the west side of Madison or the east side of Madison. Let's dive in. Okay, so here are the top 5 reasons, and before you leave too soon, make sure you stick around for number 1 because it's one of my personal favorites. The first thing to consider is proximity to your work. That's right. So where will you be working while you live in Madison, Wisconsin, or where do you work now in case you're thinking about making your first purchase? A lot of this depends on Beltline traffic because that's the major thoroughfare to get to and from the east and the west side. So for example, let's say that you were considering taking a job at Epic or Exact Sciences or the university or one of the university hospitals, the VA hospital, something like that. More than likely, you're going to want to consider living on the west side of town, and that's because it will make for a very easy commute. Now, on the flip side of things, if you're thinking about working at American Family or possibly even Trek, then you may want to consider living on the east side. Caveat here is that Madison, Wisconsin is not a huge town. And so if you had to commute back and forth from east to the west side, you're probably looking at about 30 to 45 minutes based on traffic, weather, things like that, if it were rush hour. So rush hour in Madison is somewhere between, say, 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., and then also between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. So again, Madison's not huge, but proximity to where you work may be an important factor when choosing to live on either the west or the east side of Madison. Okay, number 2 on what you should be considering if you're looking at moving to either the east side or the west side of Madison is shopping. Are you someone who is more in line with major retailers like Target and Costco, or you like malls? Well, then the west side may be a better option. And that's because if you think about it, on the west side of Madison, in both Verona and Middleton, which are very close to the outskirts of Madison, you have 2 Costcos. You also have Targets almost anywhere you want on the west side of Madison, so very easy in terms of getting to that. You have Hilldale Shopping Center. You also have Greenway Station. You have a lot of different places with a lot of different retailers. So if you're looking more in line of the retail shopping, then you probably want to be on the the west side. Now, if you're thinking more of the East Town Mall, Global Market, things like that, there's plenty of shopping to do on the east side, just not as many major retailers as you would find on the west side. All right, number 3, as far as it goes when you're considering the west side or the east side of Madison, would be restaurants. Now, I cannot say enough for how many different culinary experiences there are in Madison, Wisconsin. And that's why you should experience all of them. So I can't really tell you if you're going to enjoy the west side or the east side more because, like I said, there are so many great places to eat here in Madison, and it's become such a great event that I don't know whether the west side or the east side has better restaurants. What I can tell you is we have a lot of great places to eat. And so if you're willing to take a commute, say maybe 20 minutes to go across the isthmus and eat on the east side or cross over to the west side, then you're probably going to find something that suits your needs. As far as grocery markets go, however, if you like places like Trader Joe's, Century at Hilldale, any of those grocery market experiences, then you're going to want to be on the west side because, quite frankly, the east side does not have a Trader Joe's. Now, there are a lot of specialty markets on both sides. However, I think that if you're looking for fish markets or smaller boutique style shopping experiences, you're probably going to be on the west side because the east side won't have as many of those for you to experience when you go to the grocery. Another big factor when it comes to determining whether or not you want to live on the west side or the east side of Madison will be housing stock and price. Now, I will say this. Near East Madison and near West Madison have a lot of similar housing styles. You could do bungalows, old Georgian colonials. You could do brick. You could do prairie craftsman style homes. Both the near east and the near west side of Madison will have these. And as you start to go out, you'll start to see more ranch style homes or mid-century ranch style homes. And then on the west side, you start to see more suburbs. There are more and more suburbs popping up on the west side of Madison than what you will find on the east side of Madison. However, if price is a huge factor in what you're looking for, then the east side of Madison median home price is roughly around $100,000 less than the west side of Madison. Year to date, west side of Madison median home sale price is around $500,000, and on the east side of Madison, the median home sale price is about $400,000. So whether or not you're looking for a walkable neighborhood or you're looking for something a little bit bigger, it's going to depend specifically on what it is you want in a house in order to make that determination, whether it be west side or east side. And if you're on a budget or you're budgeting for the home and you want to know which side of town might be a little more expensive, then you're looking at the west side, again, being about $100,000 more than the east side. All right, we have made it to my personal favorite, and this is the number one thing that I considered when I was relocating from New York City to Madison, Wisconsin, and that is this: live music and festivals. Now, I will say this. Again, because Madison's not very big, you can make it to live music almost any night of the week, almost any venue. However, most of the live music venues are going to be on Madison's east side. So you have the Sylvie, the High Noon Saloon, the Majestic, the Bur Oak, the Barrymore. There are so many different places to enjoy music. However, most of them happen to be on the east side. Breeze Stevens Field, for example, is another one, all on the east side. If you're living on the west side, you're probably making a commute and you're probably going to have to park if you enjoy seeing national acts come through town. Now, the east side has all of this. However, the west side will also have smaller festivals, music throughout the spring, summer, and fall, whereas the east side, again, wins this battle only because you have things like Fête de Marquette, the Central Park Sessions, Waterfront Festival, Orton Park Festival. You see, the list goes on. And all of these, if not, well, most of these, if not all of these, happen on the east side. So if you are a live music fan like I am, or you enjoy going to community festivals, I would say that the east side would be the place that you want to focus on. Now, whether or not you're looking to base your move on proximity to work, or shopping, or grocery markets, or restaurants, or live music, these are all great things to consider when you're thinking about moving to either the west or the east side of Madison. Again, if you're thinking about relocating and you have more questions about either side of town, I have lived here now for 20 years, and I would be more than happy to offer my opinion, if you will. As always, thanks so much. We're glad you stopped by.
Hi, I'm Mark Gladue, leader of the Gladue Group, along with Lauer Realty. Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin. Our every intention is to provide you with the most up-to-date real estate trends and insights. So if you're looking to purchase or sell your home, you'll have all of the information at your fingertips.